Okay, I did do the first one just to see. It did come off the paper. I think I did have a problem the first time. My paint was too shiny. And I think my craft paint also was old. And it was like watery. So I have new craft paint. And I have repainted the sign using Kills paint, which is a drier paint. I will tell you, this is without question a very tedious process, and I'm not sure it's worth it. But I'm determined to give this a shot at this point in time. So I'm going to start with the next one. One of the most difficult things is, as you can see, I have purple on my fingers. And I'm keeping a towel here because you can't help but get paint on you while you're trying to pick up the small pieces, and I don't want to transfer that paint to the white board. I can see with my first word I will have some cleanup to do, but I think it's still doable at this point in time. And we're going to try for number 2. So you can see my, where am I here? Follow. Now see, there's purple on this plastic right there. So I'm not going to put that down. I don't want purple to get on my board. So we're going to see if we can get this transferred. I can see some areas on the first one that I'm going to have to go back in with a little dabs of white. Because there's a little bit of, not really bleeding, but when I tried to take out the inside of the zero, inside of the O, you can use this transfer tape over and over again, but I'm not sure I will. So I'm just going to kind of go over this a little bit, and I won't make you watch me do all of them because, like I said, it's quite tedious, and I'm going to use pink this time. Give it a shake. And I'm just using a foam brush and giving it a decent coat, but not overly heavy. One of the things I found is that as I go to take this off, because this is not really stenciling vinyl, it is just removable vinyl. And the fact that the paint gets it wet makes it start to tear as you're trying to take it off. So now I'm going to wait about a minute, put another little coat on the top of this, and then I'm going to give it a good 2 minutes before I try to take the tape off. So I'll be back when I'm ready to take the tape off. Okay, let's give this one a shot. I can already see one mistake. My vinyl did not go all the way to the end, and so when I went off the end, I painted the board. Now I'm trying to do it a little differently this time and see if I can keep this vinyl from tearing. Well, I see a piece here I can maybe get with my tweezers. First I'm checking my hands to make sure I don't have any pink on my hand. And you can see what I mean by tedious. Because you have to take this off while the paint is still wet. Not brand new wet, but I wait about 3 minutes. If you wait for it to dry, the paint will crack. And that little sucker was not going to come off my finger. Okay, now I have to get my arrows cleaned out. A challenge. Okay. I see a little pink up there I've got on it. Okay. Now I have a little touch-up brush here. And I'm just going to go in on this T and fix that a little bit. And I don't see any other pink I have to touch up. I'm going to have to touch up some white. So there you go. So far, follow the... It's fun. It really is. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to play with it till it gets done. So I'm going to continue. I have to go clean my brushes, and I don't know if I dare try. Let me try a little bit of this white that I have here somewhere. Oh, here it is. And see if this will work. It may not, and I might have to go and get some kills. I think it might work, but I'm going to need more than one coat. Not bad. Okay, I'll be back when I'm ready for the next one. I'm back for the bunny. Now this is off the paper on one end and not even in close to the end of the sign on the other, so we have to be careful. Off the paper, off the board, sorry. Now, I'm going to see if I can do something, and I don't know if I can. Probably not. My bunny is a little high, and his ear is actually in the crack. Let's see if we can move that just a tiniest bit. No, I can't, and I don't know if I have messed that up or not, but we're going to find out. So you don't ever want to give up. We just keep on plugging. And you know what? We're not striving for perfection. This is my sign for my house. And it's fun to try new things. The rest of it's coming off quite nicely. I kind of screwed up this bunny, but I'm going to see what I can do with it. We don't really care if there's a wrinkle in the paper other than what's right around the place I'm going to paint. But see, this one here, I've got to get it down tight. There we go. And that's tight. And this ear is tight. All right, let's give it a shot. I'm actually using two colors here. The rabbit, I'm going to make brown. Let's see what I have for a brush here. This one here will work. I don't like that brush strokes. I think I'm going to have to use this brush. All right, I'm going to let this dry, and then I have to do the bunny, and I'm going to do the bunny in orange, so I'll be right back. Well, here you go. It's all finished. And it doesn't look bad at all. It took me, I would say, an hour. The last few I found were easier than the first ones. One of the things I did is I put all of the stencils on first, because then I wasn't trying to work around a wet paint above it. I thought it would be easier the other way, but actually worked out better this way. The chocolate is very wet. I just finished that. See if I can get it to the top. There you go. Now when I get this totally dry, I'm going to put some maybe like doodles around the edge. And then put some clear coat on it. Now I don't know if this is going to go on a wreath or just might go on my baker's rack at Easter time, or out front by the front door where I'll have an Easter wreath. So we'll see, but it was fun to do that. Actually, I'm much better at making stencils than I am at painting, but then I never was a painter. It is not my strong suit. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you didn't get scared to try it. You know what? It's a piece of wood and some $2 paints, and if it came out like blech, then it would have just got thrown away, and we would have said, okay, we'll try it again another day. But I think it's just fine. I'm going to do a little bit of fixing up. I think I want to put something on the bunny's tail. I've got some little pieces of blingy stuff in here, and I might look to see if something looks interesting. But we'll play around with it and enjoy it. So anyway, give it a try. Don't be afraid. If you can, and if you can't make a stencil on a Cricut, there are stencils you can buy at Joann's. buy one of the stencils at Joann's or Michael's and take an old piece of wood and just practice with it. Most of these stencils are reusable. So anyway, that's it for today, your bonus video. I will see you again on Friday. We'll be working on a wreath, I believe. So until then, have a great afternoon for a Tuesday. It's now 2:09. I think I started this about 1:15. So that's how long it took. One of my problems was I didn't have enough of the sponge brushes, so I had to keep washing it out, and that took time in between. But anyway, have a great afternoon. I'll see you Friday. Everybody, play nice now. Bye-bye.